I honestly don't know where I'm going with this. This video, this podcast, this channel. Vaartalap started as a sad attempt of me trying to talk about random things that I had faced as an artist. Essentially, a conversation about the maybe more philosophical aspects of art. You could think of it this way: if all the things I kept thinking about were cards, then Vaartalap is me arranging them into a deck and carefully shuffling it. That didn't make a lot of sense, did it? Let's just say that I have a thing for conversations. I like to talk and listen, and then maybe share what I've heard or said with other people. Of course, there are times when I'm bad at both. I have my flaws. But just listening to someone else's story or being vulnerable enough to share mine is something I find very, very beautiful. But I still don't know what stories to share. Should I talk about the time when I started to love making a mess with paint, or the time when I couldn't get myself to make anything? The time when I spent hours, days, and maybe even weeks working on one piece, or the time when I finished a piece of art in just an hour? Should I talk fast or slow? What words should I use? Should I talk in Hindi or English, or should I just stay silent and let other visuals and sounds speak for me? I clearly don't know a lot of things. I have questions, but I'm also ready to find answers. I'm ready to make opinions and beliefs only for them to change because I know they will. That's a given. But I honestly can't tell what I should talk about. I've said this before, but I don't know what's the right story to share. What should be shared? What would you, yes, you, what would you want to hear? What would be worth your time? What would be worth your attention? These are questions I ask myself, but perhaps the questions I should be asking myself is, what are the stories I feel are worthy of sharing? The ones that moved me or that made me feel something. Which stories are close to my heart? There are just too many questions. Honestly, too many unanswered questions, and I'm trying to find answers. Maybe I'll let you know as I find them. Maybe I'll keep some of them to myself. But here is my attempt at staying true to both myself and you. With that, this is your host, Maya, signing off.